This self-referentiality, you see it more as self-reverence than freedom, if I understand you correctly. Of course, it justifies itself from the inside, and increasingly so. However, art in terms of aesthetic surplus value is growing every day. Its symbolic expression is the art market, which has attained complete autonomy, completely cut off from the real economy of value, and has become a sort of fantastic expressive. This art market reflects what is happening aesthetically. In other words, perfectly foreign to the so-called real world. But since I don't really believe in it either, it's not too serious. The art market is not really a mafia, but something that formed according to the rules of its own game, and whose disappearance would go unnoticed. It still exists, better and better, while the foundations of value are increasingly weaker. So I call it a conspiracy, although I do recognize a few exceptional individuals. For example, some of the people I like are Hopper, Bacon. Warhol is something else. I've always taken him metaphysically, like the reference copy of a script, but not as an artist. It would be a contradiction to call him an artist since he did not want that.
We're now living in a closed world. So when we say closed world, is that we're basically saying that we live in our mind. So when you say a closed world, that's as if you're saying closed mind. So if you call somebody closed-minded, so what you mean is that that person stays in his own mind. What you're really saying is that that person does not take any references. So there is no accordance, there is no referential facts or surroundings to that person. That means you're closed. And so if you close enough, obviously you'll go crazy because you lose your mind. When we say people lose their mind, what does that mean? That means they're closed. That means they don't check out the surroundings. It's very dangerous, Supposedly that as humans, we have this almost a primitive faculty that we're constantly checking our surroundings, which is also an animalistic instinct. The animals, what the most striking feature about the animals is that they constantly checking the surroundings. And that's why they run really fast. Birds fly quickly. It's a sense of reference. And the humans, we're supposed to do that in a much higher level, sophisticated level. So we check surroundings with the facts, references, and accordance. But at some point, we decide to stop that. And at some point, not too long ago, probably 40, 50 years ago. In general, we decide we don't need to do that. And that contribution, or what caused that to happen, was our sense of self. We live in this self-sufficient world, which is individuality. We rely on no one and we trust no one. And we take orders from no one. What that does is that we close ourselves. When we do that, we also cut off the referential world. And you may think, well, even I live by myself, I still can tell the difference of what is water, what is alcohol. Well, you keep going for a while to see if you can still tell the difference. That's the trick. So when you close yourself to a degree, you will close down. But here the trick is that the entire society encourages us, or we're encouraged by our surroundings, by our history, about everything we know about life. Everything is supporting us to be closed. And when this idea to be closed becomes a thing in front of us, what we're really looking at is that this is the only reference. This is the only truth about the world. In other words, if I don't take any referential, if I don't check with the facts, that is okay. Because we are allowed to do that. That means that it's okay to do that. So when that happens, life goes a completely different way. And that's why you see people sometimes say things and do things, and you think, what is going on with these people? How could they even come up with an idea like that? It's not that the people are not smart. It's that the people are closed. So in this sense, Baudrillard is talking about our society is closed. Our entire world is closed. And how art relates to our closed world. So the art obviously has its own market. But the art market and the art itself also closed. So there is no referential relationship there. The only thing is going on right now is the exchange value. And of course, Baudrillard didn't mention that here, but that's what it really is. So art has been this way for so long, is that the value of art is based on use value. But now our art value is based on exchange value. And that's why Baudrillard says art is a conspiracy. Because art becomes a conspiracy, that's why he doesn't trust art anymore. So it's not such a radical view to say, well, then the art market is a mafia, as he's saying. So that means that somebody is in charge or demanding people do things. It has nothing to do with that. It's us as the viewers. We are most willingly to go with whatever the art market is going. It's not that the art market is forcing us to do anything. So in this sense, Baudrillard is saying that everything is closed. We live in a closed world. And of course, he's also saying that there are exceptions. I mean, obviously, he likes Hopper and Bacon. And he's not sure about Warhol. I guess what he's saying is that sometimes I like him, or sometimes I don't. Now, there is a good reason for that. If you really understand Warhol, you look at Warhol, is that Warhol's earlier works, they were not too bad. They were still in alignment of modern art. But his later work, anything made after 1980, it becomes something else. That's what Baudrillard calls type of thing simulation, and turns into simulacra. So that part is what Baudrillard is saying, that he's not sure. So he's still trying to direct us to the art that still has use value, which he made very clear. Somebody like Hopper or Bacon.